All right, what's going on YouTube? This is BoxingWave. I wanted to speak a little bit on Canelo versus Sergey Kovalev, okay? It was officially announced, and they had a press conference a couple of days back, and it's official. They're going to fight November 2nd. You know, we know Canelo was really pushing the fight before Kovalev went on to fight Anthony Yarde. And, you know, Canelo missed out on the old Mexican holiday this past last weekend when Tyson Fury fought, and Canelo didn't fight anyone. You know, there was a lot of names that were being thrown around out there. You know, you had Sergey Kovalev, you had Charlo, you had Triple G, you had Andrade, you had a whole bunch of guys that's out there that we were, you know, speculating on who's Canelo gonna fight next. You know, we had no idea. A whole bunch of rumors. You know, we was hearing that, you know, the zone was putting pressure on him to fight Triple G, all kind of stuff. But it's official now that he's fighting Sergey Kovalev. And the first thing, the one thing that I wanted to know, whether if they did announce this fight, was whether or not it was going to have a catchweight. Okay, is Canelo going to legit go to 175 and fight Sergey Kovalev? And if he does, what was the catchweight going to be? I personally thought there was definitely going to be a catchweight. I thought Canelo would fight Kovalev at 170. You know, something like that, something around that. I wouldn't have even been surprised if he dropped it to like 169, like right above 168 or something like that. But he's legit fighting Kovalev at 175, man. And I think it's a, you know, people move up 2 weight classes all the time, and we know that Canelo did fight at 168, but he didn't fight. Rocky Fielding is not a top guy at 168. Let's be honest. You know, even though he was holding a title there, it wasn't one of the major titles, but it was still a cool thing to do. But to go up in a division and beat a title holder, but I don't think that's one of Canelo's better wins. You know, I think he has a lot of other wins that are more important, better wins on his resume. He fought Chavez Jr., and they had that at a catchweight. Okay, that fight was like at 164. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember there being a catchweight for that fight. And leading up to that fight, you know, Chavez Jr. made weight, and he looked strong going into the fight. And I thought it was going to be a better fight. You guys remember I did a video just bashing Chavez Jr. for his performance in that fight. But this is a legit fight, man. I know a lot of people wanted other fights. Me personally, I wanted the Andrade fight at 160. I think that was one of his more difficult fights. Another difficult fight is Billy Joe Saunders at 168. I think that's another one of Canelo's more difficult fights. Some people say Callum Smith, but this is Sergey Kovalev at 175 without a catchweight. And this is a pretty ballsy fight. You know, Kovalev resume, out of all those guys I just named, he has a much better resume. This is a former top 5 pound for pound fighter. Okay, I've had Kovalev in the top 5 pound for pound since he lost to Ward in the rematch. Not even in the first fight, because I actually thought Kovalev barely edged the first fight. I thought he won the first fight. This is a legit good ass fight, man. And let me tell you something. I was talking to my boy, you know, my boy USA MVP. I do videos where he used to have a YouTube channel. Gotta get his ass back on this shit, man. But man, me and him was having a private conversation, and we started legit comparing Canelo's resume with guys like Andre Ward and Manny Pacquiao. We're not even comparing it to active boxers. And even though Manny Pacquiao's still active, we're at a point now where we can start comparing Canelo's wins and his resume to legit like legends and retired guys. It's that deep. His resume is that deep, especially if he's to pull off this win. Now you guys know how I feel about going up in 2 divisions and fighting champions. okay? Even though Canelo's fought at 168, you know, let's be honest, those fights above 160, Chavez Jr. and Rocky Fielding didn't really mean much to me, okay? These are not strong wins for him, all right? He has stronger wins at 154, stronger wins at 160. This is a legit win, and if he is to beat Kovalev, I don't know where you guys place it. I'm going to do another video about pound for pound. I want to get that out of the way because, you know, whenever a Lomachenko or Terence Crawford fight, people talk pound for pound. I'm going to do a pound for pound video, but even without the Kovalev win, I can't compare Bud or Lomachenko's resume to Canelo. If you want to talk about the eye test, yeah, that's a different conversation, but pound for pound is not all eye tests. Lomachenko looks very, very flashy. All right, he does. He looks great. But his resume is just not even comparable to Canelo's without Kovalev. Okay? But undisputed, you know, multi-division champion, you know, a skill set beyond this world. His resume just doesn't compare to Canelo's. Let's be fair. Gotta be fair, you know? Neither one of those guys have guys' names on Canelo. Canelo got names, bro. I think there's two things, though. The eye test is very subjective. And I think the one thing that bothers me about Canelo's resume is his pull that Oscar has with Golden Boy. Obviously, some of the judges on a lot of those fights, Floyd, the judge scored at a draw. You know, I go back to Austin Trout. The open scoring was a little off. Gave too many rounds to Canelo. Even though I think Canelo won. Arizalani Laura, I thought that was a gift. Okay? A lot of these fighters have gifts. So, it is what it is. A lot of the legends, a lot of the retired guys, they have gifts, you know. So, it's fair. That was his gift. And then the Triple G. You know, I don't think he won a Triple G fight. And I think the rematch was very debatable. All right, so these are things that people are going to always bring up. Tainted meat, you know, people are going to bring that up. So there's things they're going to always be brought up with the diehards when it comes to Canelo and his resume. Okay, a lot of questionable things there, but there's no denying his skill set. You know, some people think he's overrated. That's cool. Some people think he's a cheater. Some people think he gets gifts and he's, you know, being protected and stuff like that. But as far as his resume, we're just talking resume. We're just legit talking his resume and the amount of wins he has and the people that he's faced. There's no one that's actively boxing that has anything comparable to him except Manny Pacquiao, you know? Now, Sergey Kovalev. I think people are going a little overboard with the fact that Kovalev is not the same guy. I think people need to remember that he did lose the Ward. Yes, Ward did stop him. But I feel that, and many people feel that, including Andre Ward supporters, like myself. Andre Ward got a gift the first fight. I think Andre Ward legit won the second fight. I don't think losing to Andre Ward is a big deal. Just like, you know, Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to hold that against him. Also, Alvarez, all right? Kovalev won the rematch against Alvarez, Elita Alvarez. So even though he was stopped and he did look like shit, he got a new trainer. He got in great shape. And he beat him in a rematch. And he beat Anthony Yard. He stopped Anthony Yard in his last fight. Those are his last two fights, both recent fights. So going into the Canelo fight, people could say that, oh, well, he's not fighting Bivol, or he's not fighting Gvozdyk, or he's not fighting Beterbiev, or... Yeah, we can say that, but Kovalev is still more proven than the three of them. You know, I mean, Gvozdyk did beat Adonis Stevenson. you know, but Adonis wasn't active. Adonis is older, for real. Like, this is a 40-year-old fighter. He's not active, and, you know, I mean, he looked like it before the last couple fights before that. At least Kovalev stopped Yard. At least Kovalev dominated Alida Alvarez and outpointed him. Okay, so I think this is a better fight. This is a great fight for Canelo. Okay, we can sit here and say, oh, he should have fought Andre instead. Is Andre a tougher fight than Kovalev? You know, I wanted to see Andre more because I'm more about beating all of the top guys in your division before you take the risk like this. Like Mikey went up and did it with Arrow, but Mikey didn't prove at 135 that he was the best. Okay, same thing with Kell Brook. He didn't prove that he was the best at 147. All right, he had Arrow as a mandatory before he went up and fought Triple G. Okay, he beat Porter, but he didn't beat Thurman. He didn't beat Pacquiao. He didn't beat Danny Garcia. He beat Sean Porter, and that's it. Okay, so I'm a believer that you gotta prove that you're the best before going up. But Canelo did beat Triple G. He did beat Triple G. He had 2 fights with him, you know. Regardless of how debatable those were, yes, you have Andre there. Yes, you had Charlo there. But Andre and Charlo didn't do much at 160. These are guys that moved up from 154. I'm trying to be fair here. I want to see the Andre fight. I did a poll with you guys. I think over 50% out of all the people I named, including Sergey Kovalev. I named Charlo. I named Andre. I named, Callum Smith maybe. I think I named Billy Joe Saunders. Whoever I named in that poll. Andre racked up 50%. This is over 1,000 votes, and I know that's still a very small demographic of people. But I'm speaking from my perspective, my poll, and what I see it in other channels, other videos, just boxing, general boxing talk. People want that Andre fight. People want to see that fight. People respect Andre, you know? But this is Sergey Kovalev. And Andre, on paper, he does not compare to Sergey Kovalev. He doesn't compare. You know, as much as I like him, as much as I think he's good, and I think at 154, once upon a time, Andre was definitely better than Kovalev. I mean, not Kovalev, Canelo. That's my opinion, though. They didn't fight. But I think Canelo has improved over the years, you know. I'm not sure who will win that fight. But regardless, Kovalev is a legit fight. And let's stop pretending like he's ducking Charlo and Andre by picking Kovalev. He's not cherry picking Kovalev. Like, people are literally saying that. That's just crazy to me. He's going to 175 and there's no catch weight. Okay? And the difference is he's more proven than Mikey and Kell Brook. He's more proven at 160. Okay? And he's fought above 160. Just like Mikey did. Mikey did fight above 160. You know, 150 or 135, I'm sorry. He did win a title at 140, which is cool. Against Sergey Limpinets, who's now fighting at 147. That's cool. But this is a respectable fight for both. Kovalev, good win. If he is to beat Canelo, good win. I think it's a better win for Kovalev than it is with Arrow and Triple G, that 4 guys that came up. I think this is a better win because Canelo actually is a legit, he's a legit pound for pound fighter. And he's a superstar. It's different. He's more proven than Arrow was. He's more pure. I'm sorry, not Arrow. He's more proven than Mikey and Kell Brook. All right, I have to keep pointing that out. And if he wins, it'll be great. Just like it would have been great if Kell Brook won, or it would have been great if Mikey won. It would have been great for the both of them. All right, Kovalev, big win for him. Probably his highest payday. He just had a high payday against Yard. He's collecting good wins, getting good money before he gets out. But this is a dangerous fight. It's dangerous for both. And I've said that I think Canelo's gonna win the fight, but I'm really not sure, because if Kovalev keeps him on the end of his jab with that power on top of that, this is a guy with a power jab, a power right hand, okay? And even though he's not, yeah, he's a little weak on the inside, he's a little weak to the body, and Canelo is a good body puncher. If he doesn't get inside, it's not so easy to get on his side on Kovalev, especially if you're a smaller fighter. It's not going to be easy for Canelo to get in there. It wasn't easy for him to get in there with Triple G. It's not going to be easy to get in there. Kovalev is taller, longer, more powerful. And you know what? He has good defense on the inside. He will tie you the fuck up. He will lock you down. He's not going to let you just get in there and do what you want. He's going to be leaning on you. He's going to be wrapping his arms around you. He's going to be tying and holding up your arms. He's not going to just let Canelo get off on the inside. We seen him do it with big. We see him lock up guys that are much bigger. Guys like are legit at 175. Okay, this is a real test. This is the real test. No, I don't work for DAZN or Golden Boy. Canelo is taking a real test here. And we got to stop playing around, and we got to get out of our biases here. I know a lot of guys don't like DAZN. I know a lot of guys don't like Eddie Hearn or what's his name? Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, I know a lot of guys don't like Canelo. All right, they want him to fight their favorite fighter, you know, but we got to get out of that. Let's be realistic here. Kovalev is a legit fighter, and he's coming off 2 good wins. And he's active. He's active. This is a guy that just fought weeks ago. He's already fit and ready to go. They're ready to make weight. He's already there. It's not like he took a long break, started drinking again, and blew back up. This is like Andy Ruiz fighting AJ. He just fought. So this is a great fight. Get out of your biases. This is a great fight. And I can't wait to watch this shit. I can't wait to watch this. If Canelo wins this fight, that's a crazy big win. Are there tougher opponents out there? Maybe. But on paper, not really. Not really. Do you guys understand that this, like, Daniel Jacobs was a great win, right? Kovalev is a much better win than Daniel Jacobs. Sorry. This might be his best win. He fought Cotto. He's fought Lara, you know. And you got a bunch of fights in there that, you know, James Kirkland. Okay, you got Khan, whatever. Liam Smith. He got some fights in there that's like, whatever. He got some guys that he fought that was a little older, Shane Mosley, stuff like that. He lost to Floyd. This is his best win. And the fact that he's going up 2 weight divisions and he's fighting a guy and he's not even doing a catch weight. He's not doing a catch weight, y'all. That's crazy. Even with a catch weight, it's still crazy. They even talking about Andre Ward coming back. They're talking to him about coming back. That's how important this fight is. They got Andre Ward. They want Ward to come back and fight him if Canelo wins. They want Andre Ward back. They're not even talking about Bivol and Beterbiev and Gavozic and all. They're not even talking about them. They're talking about Andre Ward. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it, man. I just, like I said, from the reports I've read, I didn't read anything on the catch weight. I think this is awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens. All right, so let me know what you guys think. This is not a breakdown video, obviously. It's just me talking about the fight. I will be doing a breakdown video coming up soon, and yeah, that's it for now. See you guys on the next one. Peace.